First time putting strings on your new violin? Well, it is for me too. Check it out as I put new strings on my violin. Alright, so I bought the Mendini MV200 a few months ago. You might have seen my unboxing videos on that and my review on that. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. But as it came out of the box, it has these strings on it, the Sicilio strings, which you know, they're very inexpensive strings. I haven't changed the strings since I opened the box. So all my strings on here are basically dead. So basically I'm going from these strings, the Sicilio strings, to these strings. These are the Diodario Pro-Arte strings. So the first thing I want to do is open the box and see what's inside of it. So I got my E string, my A string, my D string, and my G string. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. If you hear some noise in the background, that is my neighbor weed eating his lawn. So I understand the best way to do this is one string at a time. The reason being is that the other strings that you are not changing keeps tension on your bridge to hold it in place, and it also keeps your sound posts inside in place. Alright, so here I go. I'm going to go ahead and detune and loosen the E string and take it off. Alright, step one complete. I took off the E string. Okay, so I'm going to put the ball end of the string into the fine tuner. I'm going to put the other end into the hole of the peg. I'm going to leave a little bit of the string hanging out the end of it. I'm going to wind the peg away from me. Alright, the first wind, I'm going to put this part of the string on the other end of the piece that I left sticking through the peg hole. Alright, so I put on the first string, the E string. I'm going to tune it later. So I'm going to follow the same process as I did with the E string with the A string. I'm going to take the ball in, put it into the fine tuner. Let me show you this. So here are my fine tuners. Just going to put it right into like that. Okay, so I'm going to follow the same process on the A string as I did on the E string. I got the ball into the fine tuners. I'm going to place the string onto the little notch in the bridge here. Kind of keep a little bit of tension on it. I'm going to put the string into the peg hole. I'm going to leave a little bit out on the other end of the peg hole and start winding it up. Alright, so as I'm winding it up, I'm going to put part of it on the other side. And then once it comes back around, I want to put it on the side closest to the peg end that you can turn. And now, keeping tension on the string, I want to continue to tighten it. Alright, so I'm halfway done. I got an E string on. I got an A string on. And now I need to replace the D and the G. So I'll go ahead and find my D string right here. And then I'll continue with the same process, unwinding the D string. Taking that D string all the way off. I'll put the ball end of the D string into the fine tuner. So I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see I'm leaving part of the string through the other side of the hole. You can see it coming out right through here. Now I'm finding it easier if I kind of hold a little tension actually up this way towards me and then start twisting it. So I can kind of guide the string as I'm winding it. You can see this here. I don't know how well you can see it again. I'm putting it on the other side of the string that I left hanging out here first, and then I'm continuing to wind it. And then I go on the side closest to where you're actually turning the peg. Okay, so I'm a third of the way there. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the last string right now. Untune it, pull it out, give the fingerboard a little wipe down. Put the ball into the fine tuner. Put the string into the peg. Leave a bit poking through. Start winding the peg. Like I said, I'm pulling the string towards me a little bit to add tension to it so I can kind of control where the string's going as I'm winding it. And it's, to me, that's just making the wind of it look a little neater. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do. I know that's kind of what I do when I'm doing the guitars, when I string guitars. And I think it looks nice. Now you heard that little slip, so I want to push the peg in and wind it. There we go. Go ahead and push all the pegs in a little bit, just to make sure. Just a little bit. So here it is, a completely restringed violin done by yours truly. Alright, so what I need to do now is tune it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as I'm tuning it, I understand the strings are going to stretch out a little bit. So I might have to retune it a few times before it actually stays in tune. So I'm trying to tune them just a little bit sharp and then retune them as the strings stretch. So I want to play the violin with the old strings to show you what the sound is with the old strings on. And then I want to play it with the new strings to see if you can tell the difference. So here is me playing with the old strings. Okay, so I have my violin stringed and I let it sit for a couple hours to let the strings kind of settle a little bit. I tuned it with the tuner, so now I'm going to play the same piece I played earlier, but with the new strings. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I put on my first set of strings on this violin. Now, nobody told me how to do this. I just simply looked at 6 or 7 different videos on YouTube and took the best ideas of each one and did it on my own. So basically, kind of the point of this video is to say, don't be afraid to do it. And actually, I feel like I've learned a lot about my instrument doing this. I feel that tuning for me is more confident now, just from that experience. I know where the tuning pegs are in. They seem to hold a little better now, and they seem to be more responsive when I turn the pegs. That may be because how I push them in there, and maybe because of the strings. It just may be because of my knowledge of my instrument now. But bottom line is, I'm more comfortable tuning my instrument now. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more if you're into this kind of thing. My name is Matthew, and I'll see you in the next video.